What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of the Fixx, and we're returning to Shuttered Room 1982. Thank you again to AK, as well as to Kim, who provided a live version of Stand or Fall, which kicked off this journey. And in that regard, I should mention Stand or Fall, the album or recorded version, is the next track in the playlist, so I'm looking forward to hearing that and getting a sense for how different it might be from the live version we heard. In any case, the next tune in the playlist before that is Sinking Island. It's an immediate visual reference and also a kinetic one. We not only get a sense of an island, which of course could be a metaphor, it could be a representation of a being who is separated or isolated from other land masses, which, society, culture, groups of people, whatever it may be. But it also suggests a motion downward, being submerged into a body of water. But of course, that all could be a metaphor, emotions, a social standing relative to others, and so on. So yeah, on the surface of it, it's an immediate visual reference, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to it than that, or if it's functioning on multiple levels. I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is the Fixx. The track is Sinking Island, and it's from their 1982 album Shuttered Room. It's a crazy song, and it's also crazy in a meta way, because the way it started and the way it ended is like we're in a group of chuckling friends, like on the edges of a party or a concert, and maybe the sax player, sort of was soloing after the proper song ended. There's really like a reality within a reality in the way that song was bookended. but some of the lines is like, what was it, Christians and lions? So we're thinking, the way that in ancient Rome, before the conversion, like Christians were often, sacrificed or, put to death in the arena with lions, and was it like the meat sour because it's so raw or something like that? And what was the next line? Like peeping toms have no will. Howard Hughes wasn't ill. There was like so many like amusing but seemingly like scattershot lines, and then who's poisoning the fish, and maybe if I'm hearing that earlier part right, then I'm also thinking, excuse me, of like another biblical narrative, like the multiplication of the loaves and so on, passing around food, but then like if it was poisoned, and what was it like? Oh no, it was like peeping toms have no will, something like Catholics fit the bill. It feels like there's definitely some religious themes going on here, but maybe in a like irreverent or like sharp-tongued manner. And the vocals, a bit wild and big, and also, some like shouts and like vocalizations that like weren't singing per se, in addition to like those spoken line moments. And indeed, like even the actual singing lines, they were delivered in, maybe rap is too strong of a word, but they were delivered in like this more spoken syllabic type of singing that again almost felt like it was, like rhyming poetry as much as it was, full-throated singing. So a really eccentric one, definitely a bit of a funky feel, not just because of the brass, but even the rhythm and the percussion. So a wild, quirky, and seemingly, again, a bit irreverent tune, but I don't quite know how it all comes together, nor do I know the significance of that opening and ending, where again, it felt like we were walking away from the actual music, but among people who were sort of laughing and talking quietly amongst themselves. So, yeah, a really crazy one. Once again, shout out to AK. Do let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.